It's a shame. What's up, family? Hey, I'm your host D, and this is Melanated High. Before we get started, I would like for y'all to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and give this video a like, and if you haven't already, go ahead and like and watch the other videos that I've posted so far. So today's topic is about building teams, who your allies are, knowing who your allies are, and knowing who your opponents are, and knowing the rules of the fucking game called life. I think a lot of times we focus on ourselves and our individual wins and accomplishments that we don't even take the time to focus on the ones around us in their current situations. We look at team as if it has an I in it instead of what it's, spelt like, what it has in it in itself. And we tend to just glorify those moments when we win. It's all about us. It's just our moment. Ain't nobody else winning. Ain't nobody else celebrating, having their moments with us. This is not a shared moment. I won. It's all about I. And it's like, yeah, that's great and all, but are you helping those that supported you? Are you helping those that helped you get to that spot? Are you helping those that loved you? Those that look like you and are in the same oppressed system that you are in? Those who are helping are you helping anybody else? Or is it just your victory and yours and that's it? Like, that's all that matters type shit. I think a lot of people need to be on code with who our allies and who our opponents are. Like, who's the enemy and who's not? A lot of people are confused with that, and they're building the wrong set of teams. And I think, they really are. Like, you with people who hate you. You working with people who working to destroy you. And I think that's fucked up. I really think that's an issue, a big issue. Like, we need to know who the right people are to be in our circles. Because our circles bring out a bigger, sense of who you are type shit. It provides other people with information about who you are. Because people you hang around are usually same type of people you are. Like, you possess those qualities as well. So, yeah, we need to figure out who we need on our team and who we need to kick out of the bubble type shit. And stop inviting motherfuckers in. Teamwork will only work if you got the right teammates on the team. Remember that. A lot of times, we're marrying and reproducing outside of our race. So now when you die, all that wealth you accumulated throughout your life, all the ideas, all these inventions, all of this money, all of these creative things are going to that side of the family, not your side, that side, because they're the living spouse. They're going to continue teaching the kids. They're going to use that money. They're going to, do what the fuck they want to do with it. I think as a family unit, it needs to be with people who look like you, talk like you, walk like you, oppress like you, same type of shit. Cool, whatever. But it should not be to the point where when you die, none of your money, none of your, lifetime rewards or whatever are going to your side of the family, your African roots, your black side type shit. It's going to the other side, and I feel like that's a problem. That's definitely a fucking problem. This money belongs to your offsprings. It belongs to the people who look and talk just like you. Keep it in the family because, again, once you die, it's no longer yours. It's no longer collectively being circulated within your race of people. It's now, elsewhere. And like I said, it is a fucking problem that a lot of us need to fix because a lot of y'all think this shit is cool, and I don't see it being cool when we building a team. And we need this money, my nigga, and we need this togetherness. Like, it ain't cool. It never was. So when it comes to building within the family, building a team within the family unit should be the only people touching that money, touching those ideas. And it just needs to be circulated, and a plan needs to be formed to ensure that financial stability, So that's that. Now, I really want to touch on the child aspect of it. I know I made a previous video. My first episode was speaking on children and the effects and, all the issues going on with them. But I just want to touch on that real quick briefly, because in order to have successful relationships working out in the future, we need to raise them now to respect and love their equals or people who look like them. We must also teach them self-love. Like I said in my previous episode, this helps aid them to be kind and loving towards their own, which will eventually lead to togetherness and, community and, wholeness type shit. They won't want to be without the other. They wouldn't want to see another fall type shit. If, they love themselves, if this shit is being taught at home, you'll have people growing up with these, smart ideas or great ideas, great set of, rules and, plans to go along in the future, and it help aid them. So if they love themselves, it really does start within the family unit. Like, think about all the adults now and how they're acting now, and it's like, who raised y'all? It always goes back to that. So again, if we want to see better, we have to do better in the way we're teaching the young ones right now, so that the next generation won't look as crazy as we look type shit. But yeah, that plays a big role, kids, because you got to learn from a young age that survival works as a whole. Like, you can only survive as a whole. You start doing shit on your own accord and shit like that, shit get a little twisty and a little bendy and a little, crazy up in there. So, we got to really teach people to work as a whole. Races, especially when it comes down to white supremacy. That shit's crazy. We gotta be together in all of this, y'all. Like, and y'all really just like trying to divide, like continue to divide. Now, when it comes to building your team on the outside of the four walls that you grew up in, I feel like, to me, that means being able to work with the people around you. We must learn to cooperate with one another effectively, efficiently, for better results. Like, don't hesitate to help your fellow brother or sister when you doing good and they need some help or whatever. Don't just overlook them niggas. Like, help them. Reach down and help them back up. Support them, because remember, we all in this together and we all gonna need each other at some point in time. If we don't help us, nobody will. So that should be what you take out of this. If we don't help us, nobody fucking will. We don't help us, if we don't get it together, that leaves room for anybody else to come in and steal, destroy, whatever the fuck they want to do. That just leaves room. And I think within my race of people specifically, teamwork and togetherness needs to be enforced heavy. Like, heavy as fuck. That just needs to be, everybody needs to be on code with that shit. Like, this starts with communication. If you know something that'll benefit the whole, let people know so that it can be put on too. One green motherfucker ain't gonna go nowhere by itself far. They definitely ain't. So we need to start making sure that the whole table eat when we do, and learn to love each other better as a whole, because our survival literally depends on it.